Hey guys, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. I'm Lisa and this is Vintage Design. How's everybody doing? So today, Sam wants to help. Today I want to talk about styling vintage. Styling it in with what you already have, mixing in a piece or two, and being able about styling vintage, mixing it in with what you want to work it in with what you already have. You don't want it to stand out like a sore thumb. And the best way to do that is to, one, pick pieces that go with your aesthetic you already have, and two, to pick pieces that are easy, especially for the beginners, to work into your home decor. And one of the easiest things to work in are either lamps or tables, like end tables and coffee tables, or a little side table. I'm going to talk today about tables and lamps. So I'm going to back you up so you can see a little bit better. This coffee table is mid-century modern. My husband redid it. You don't have to redo them. You can find them already redone, or you can find them just in their natural state, so to speak. But they went well because, as you can see, this couch is, it's probably 10 years old, but it's not vintage. But because of the lines of the couch and the lines of the other chairs in here, these tables really went well. The modern mixed with the traditional feel of this couch and the wingback chairs I have on the other side of the room. And that's what you have to look. If it was all vintage, it would be too much, and then nothing would pop. But this way, when you walk in here, your eye is used to the traditional furniture, but the vintage mid-century mod tables pop because they add that unexpected element to the room. Okay, so that's what you want. When you put a piece of vintage furniture or a vintage lamp in the room, you kind of want it to become the star. You want it to take center stage and to pop and be the first thing to catch people's eye when they walk into the room. Now, these lamps are the same way. I don't know if you can see it behind me. I'm going to show you this one down here, actually. Now, when you use vintage lamps, you don't have to get something in your face unless you want something in your face. I went a little more subdued with the vintage lamp here because, again, this is another mid-century mod table. It matches the coffee table. My husband redid the whole set. And so the tables are the stars, but the lamps are the supporting cast. So they're not very, what you would say, they're kind of subtle mid-century, not in your face mid-century. Now, if I had plain tables or traditional tables, then I would have a very dramatic lamp. And I flipped the camera around just so you could see the traditional wingback chairs as well. So that's why when you walk into this room, the mid-century modern tables really do stand out because the bigger pieces of furniture. That's why when you walk into the room, the mid-century tables and lamps to a lesser degree really pop because the furniture is very traditional, has very traditional lines, and it allows the modern tables, the mid-century mod tables, to really pop and be the stars of the show, which they should be. They are gorgeous. So remember, when you look for a vintage piece to add in, especially if you're a beginner, get something that works with what you already have going on in the room, but it doesn't blend in with it. It kind of takes over and steals the show, but not in a gaudy, obnoxious, look at me. It's a very subtle, the eye automatically goes, and it's beautiful. It's very wow, but it's not like jumping up and going, look at me, okay? In my vintage shop, I have, on my vintage website, I have one small vintage table that is a great starter piece. I will bring it over here in just a second. It's a great starter piece. It's not obnoxious. It's very calming. It would actually fit in with a traditional room, but it would stand out because it is unusual. It would also, this piece is destined for an entryway. It would look amazing in an entryway. And here, let me get it. And I've showed you this piece before, but it's a great starter piece, and it's great to mix in with modern furniture. This could be your traditional standout piece, okay? If you had a modern living room, but your entryway is right there, this would be a nice addition because it's very traditional. It's a vintage antique table. You could style it with a modern vase and a modern mirror behind it, or just a large modern vase with a beautiful floral, okay? So styling is all about making the vintage antique pieces the star of the show, but yet they have to marry well, okay? It's like baking a cake. They all have to play nice. They all have to play nice and go together. Thanks for being here with me today, guys. I have some more videos coming up this week. Friday, I'm super excited, is our first episode of Cooking Vintage, so you don't want to miss out. I'll see you next time. Bye.